So who's ready to make some videos? Sorry. In this lecture, I will introduce you to the video features of Canva. I will show you how the timeline works, what specific features will be useful for editing your videos, and just overall making sure you are ready to start making some videos with Canva. Canva is not just a graphic design platform anymore. Indeed, what they did to graphic design, they made it simple, they are doing to video production. And though it's not yet a full-fledged video editing solution, Canva is slowly but surely positioning itself as the easy video creation tool everybody can use and understand. So the purpose of this lecture is to introduce you to the video features of Canva, show you how the timeline works, and make sure you are ready to start making videos with Canva. All right, let's start from our Canva free account because I want to show you that everyone can make videos with Canva. You don't need to have a pro account to access the video timeline nor all the video features. So that's already great news. So this is our Canva homepage, and to get started, we are going to click on the video icon here in the gradient header. When you do that, you should see different video document types like video, Facebook video, video message, mobile video, etc. Don't forget that you can use the little arrow here at the end of this carousel to see even more video formats. I'm going to choose the most classic format, which is also the first one here, called video. And this will create a 1920 by 1080 pixel document. From here, we see our blank page with the video dimensions, but also here at the bottom of the screen, a play button and a first rectangle which says page when you hover over it. Also, if you pay attention, you should see a time indicator, that little black triangle here, that will be moving through the first page if you hit the play button. So this is your video editing timeline. You can start from scratch, meaning from a blank page like the one we see in front of us right now, or you can start inspired and use a template. And because you are in a video doc type, you should see a bunch of video templates like me here in the object panel. You will recognize they are video templates, meaning they contain animations and or video clips, if you see the little play button here in the lower right corner of the template. Also, you will notice that these templates are organized into categories. Here we see some birthday videos, educational videos, review videos, explainer videos, etc., etc. Let's try explainer video and click on this template right here about easy homemade pizza. That sounds delicious. When I click on it, I will see that this template is actually made out of 9 different pages and all of them contain video. Let's apply all of these pages to our document by using this button. When I do that, you will see the timeline changing and being populated with these 9 pages from my template. If I scroll all the way to the right, you will see that I now have 9 pages. So let's hit the play button and see what we have so far. So we can hear that there is music in this video, and also we see a watermark on the video clip. This is probably because they are premium elements. We see that the template uses a mix of video clips, but also text boxes and some sort of animations going on. So here on page 4, for example, we have 2 different videos playing at the same time, and it seems they have been added into frames. Okay, so at this stage, we see that each of the pages represent a different scene in the video, and I can move these pages around very easily to modify the structure of my video. To do that, just click on one of the pages, hold your click, and move that clip or move that scene somewhere else on your timeline. Just know that for now, Canva only offers one video track only. Okay, let's move forward with our project and start customizing this template. We can do that in 2 different ways. Either we import some of our own video clips, Or if we don't have any, like in my case right now, we can search for some other clips in the Canva library. So for that, we will head over to the Elements tab and start typing some keywords like cooking pancakes. Make sure you filter videos by using the tab here on top that says videos. And now I can see a bunch of video clips about making pancakes from the Canva library. Most of them will be premium elements though, so just be aware of that. When it comes to video assets, the difference between free and pro is really substantial. You won't get many video clips from Canva with a free account. But for the sake of this lesson, we can work with the watermarks on. Just be aware that you will have a limited choice of video clips as a free user. So what we are doing here is to replace the video clips about making pizza for some clips about making pancakes. Let's take the first page and swap the video clip it contains. For that, I'm going to click on the first page here in the timeline, and Canva will bring me right back to it. When I click on the pizza video, I can see that it's being used as the background of the page. And I can detach that video from the background by right-clicking on it and hitting Detach Video from Background. Now let's get rid of it by hitting the Delete key. Okay, this page is now ready for my pancake footage. Let's find one that looks great and that shows the finished outcome, a delicious pancake. And for that, let's slightly adjust our search for fluffy pancakes. I want fluffy pancakes. Okay, this clip will do. So I will click on it to import it to my timeline. There. Now you see that this clip lasts a total of 12 seconds. It says here in the thumbnail, and I can also see its duration on my timeline. This entire page 1 is 12 seconds long. That is too long for my intro scene. The pizza one was only 4 seconds, so I need to fix that. When you hover your mouse over a page, you should see these gray handles showing. And when you grab them and drag, you'll reduce the length of a specific video clip. So let's reduce this one to 4 seconds. And this seems like the right amount of time based on what you see in the clip, but also considering the animations in and out. Now, if we bring the time indicator to the beginning of the video and play it, we can see our pancake footage for 4 seconds. Great. What I need to do now is to make the clip full screen and adjust the text. To make the clip full frame, you have a couple of options. The first one would be to right-click on your clip and click on Replace Background. This will make the clip the background of your document. It's a quick way to do it, but in our case, the text is covering most of the action. So let's cancel that with the back button. Another way to proceed would be to use a grid to position the video into. Let's try that. And now I can double click on my video and scale it so I can see more of the pancake on the right side of my screen, like so. Okay, this looks good. I can now adjust the text. And here I see that I will be needing a new red rectangle. So I'll just copy the one from the word homemade and position it here. Let's play the video one more time. I see that the rectangles are not animating at the same speed, so to fix that, I will group them. And I will just get rid of that other text box with the pizza logo. Great, my first page is now ready. Let's move on to page 2. Okay, so here we show the beginning of the recipe for making pizza dough. I should find some footage of mixing flour and maybe eggs for making a pancake mix. Let's see if we can find that in the library. So back to my Elements tab, and I will type pancake recipe and filter for videos. Before I choose my clip, I will check how long is the pizza clip for reference. And I can see that page 2 is 7.9 seconds long. I like this clip here, when the person is pouring milk on top of the flour. This is an early step of the pancake recipe, so it will work. I'll click on it to bring it to my page, and I'll simply adjust its size by dragging from the corners and the handles, using the pizza clip as my reference. When it covers the pizza clip exactly, I'll use the position button to push the pancake clip backwards so I can delete the pizza clip. There. But now I can see that my page 2 has stretched to 12 seconds. So I'll need to reduce it a bit so it's not too long. Let's try to stick with approximately 8 seconds. Okay, I've reduced the clip by pulling the handle on the right. But now I see that my clip is quite static for a few seconds at the beginning. So I will undo that and instead reduce the clip by pulling the left handle this time. That way I will trim the seconds at the beginning when nothing is happening. Let's play it again. Much better. At this stage, I think you got the point. I'm going to use the exact same technique to swap all the remaining pizza clips for different parts of my pancake recipe. And since I will be repeating the exact same process, I'll just spare your time and jump forward in the video. Alright, all done. I have replaced all the pizza clips and also updated the text boxes to match the images. Let's play the video and see what we have so far. Okay, I think all of these footage look great. We have a good storyline and the video is around 1 minute, which is not too long. But I noticed a few things that require our attention though. First, I think we could improve the transitions between our clips. Right now they look a little bit rough. So if you pay attention to your timeline, you will notice that between each page you have a plus button. If we click on that, we see that we can do two things from here. You can either add a page or add a transition. Let's click on Add Transition. Here I can choose between 4 different transitions: Dissolve, Slide, Circle Wipe, and Line Wipe. Let's pick Slide. And now I can choose the duration of this transition between 0.1 and 2 seconds. Let's set this to 0.3 seconds for a fast transition, and I will push to the right. From here, you should also see a button to apply this transition to all pages. I will go ahead and do that so my project looks consistent. And now all of the transition buttons on my timeline should have changed for this one. If I want to add a bit of diversity, I can always click on one of the transitions and change the direction, for example. That way we keep the same style, but we just add some variation with the direction. On page number 5, I see that my text box is kind of covering the action, so I will move it to the other side and reduce its size slightly. I will also change the direction of the transition leading to page 7 to make it a little bit more interesting. Perfect, the rest of the video looks great. Something else I noticed that probably requires our attention is that the music ends a little bit abruptly in my video. At this stage, and this might have been fixed by the time you watch this video, but at this stage, Canva doesn't allow us to fade out our audio clips. So a little trick to work around that is to trim your audio and make sure your audio tracks ends with your video footage. So first, let me show you where you can find your audio track on the timeline. See this purple line here underneath your video track? Well, that's your audio track. You will need to click on that purple line to extend it. Once extended, you should see the waveform of your audio track. And if you double click on that audio track, you will be able to slide it left or right. So let's slide it all the way to the left in such a way that you can see the end of the track on the right side. Let's listen to the last few seconds of the video. Okay, that looks good. So now let's go to the beginning and let's listen to the first few seconds. Great, we have now fixed the audio track. Something else you can do with audio, with your audio track selected, you can adjust the volume by using the little speaker icon, which is the volume. But let's keep it at 100 for now. From here, you can also duplicate your audio track with this next button right here. And I love that Canva lets you add multiple audio tracks to your timeline. This is great if you want to create different moods for different scenes or pages of your video. To find more audio tracks, you can click on the More tab in the Object panel and click on Audio. This will let you search for audio tracks in the Canva library. Just be mindful that most of these will be premium elements though. So for the sake of this video, we will stick with the track we already have. So let's take care of a few more things and wrap up this project. The original template that I used with the pizza video had this red color to it, which for a pizza recipe looked fine. But I feel like for my pancake video, I could use some other colors to make the video even better. So let's go ahead and fix this. I'll come to the first page and click on these red rectangles. I'll use the color button and create a nice bright pink. Now I'll use the Change All button here at the bottom to swap all of the red in this project for this pink. And voila, all of it has been changed in only one click. And we are almost done, folks. The last thing I'd like to show you is that you can tweak the animations on each page by clicking on the base layer of the page. So for example, here on page 1, we see the text and the pink rectangles are panning from the left. But we don't really see where this animation is coming from. And that's because you need to select your base layer or the background of that specific page to actually see the animation. So to access that base layer, we'll need to move our video clip slightly. So there, now we can click on the background and we can see the pan animation is applied. And you can change that if you want by clicking on that button. When it comes to animating your designs, you have two choices here again. The first choice is to animate your entire page. And for that, you'll need to reach that bottom layer like we just did. And the second choice you have is to animate individual elements. So for that, simply select that element and find the Animate button. And if you think I went a little bit too fast about animations here, don't worry. We'll look at animations in more details in the next videos of this section. Okay, I think we did a good job with this first video. And when you're done with your video project, you can preview the final outcome by clicking on this button right here with the length of your video and the little play button. Or you can hit the share button to either share or download your video. If you decide to download it, make sure you use the MP4 video format, which should be the default format when you use video document types in Canva. And if you have been using a free account to create your video, like we have in this lecture, this is usually where you will be prompted to buy the premium elements used in your project. Like in our case here, we have $59 worth of assets. So if you want your video to show without the watermarks, you need to pay for these clips first. So that's pretty much it. This is my quick tour of the video timeline plus all the video specific features. In the next video, we'll have a look at the recording studio.